Happy today, everyone, people of planet Earth. Today, I just want you to really consider what I am saying to you. Please listen to what I'm saying to you. And it comes formed and packaged with the Beyonce that almost wasn't and 3 NBA legends. So let's start at the top of the batting order. Okay, so what we have is a Beyonce, as we know her, $335 million worth of Beyonce, right? 22 Grammys, and numerous things. She's a triple threat. She's an actor, she's a dancer, and all of those other things. But she might not have been the person that she was had it not been for Miss Darlette. Who the heck is Miss Darlette? So many of you may or may not know that back in the day, Beyonce wanted to just really be a dancer. And it wasn't until about age 8 when she went to the studio and then off of a breakup from one of her times out from dancing, that Miss Darlette heard her sing and said, you know what? It just peeked up in her ear like, this is something you need to pursue greater than dancing. Beyonce was actually doubtful. She said, you are a star. And Beyonce said, am I? And then Miss Darlette said, yes. And that changed her trajectory unto which she was on. And so fast forward to 1990, she's in this group called Girl Time on Star Search. They didn't do too well. As a matter of fact, they weren't really that good. But then 7 years later, 1997, she's in Destiny's Child, and she is the Beyonce that we know today. So had Miss Darlette not been there to put her on that path, we might not be witnessing the phenom that we have today via Miss Darlette. Now let's fast forward to some other things. Now there's a debate about who is the greatest player of all time. Some people say Jordan, some people say Kobe, some people say LeBron James. How many rings does Kobe have? 5. How many rings does Jordan have? 6. What do they have in common? The same coach, Phil Jackson. If you look it up, Wikipedia, do whatever you want to do. As great as they were under the same freaking coach, Phil Jackson. So they were great, but the dynasties were created because they were under the tutelage of Phil Jackson. Now there's another debate out. What about LeBron? LeBron is a phenomenal talent. He doesn't have the rings, but he is operating at the same level and arguably at a higher level that he's operating at now without any decrement in his body. Why is that? If you really go back into the lab, this guy spends $1.5 million on his body for coaches, nutrition coaches, exercise coaches, all those things. So what am I trying to say? You may be good, but maybe you can't get to great without that coach. And you may be great, but the thing that might be holding you back from being phenomenal is that coach. And now let's bring it back more towards me. Before this whole thing started, I was a little bit confused about my path or my journey until I met my first coach. I'm going to call her Sasha Fierce after Beyonce, and that is Sasha Nair. And I have to be very appreciative of the things that she drew out of me. Had I not had her through the tutelage and the guidance to take me on this journey, I don't think I would be on the trajectory that I'm on now. And I will say that, look, it would definitely be value added if you looked her up as a coach. And I will put in the link below in regards to her, because she is definitely a phenom. So, Sasha, namaste. I owe a lot to you about putting me on this path. So, bottom line, guys, you may be good. You may be great, but you might not be phenomenal. The thing that might be holding you back is a coach. So guys, I always want to see you win, but sometimes you can't win unless you have a coach. Love you.